Good, good morning, brothers and sisters. It's great to be with you once again this morning. As we were repeating the original blessing, it just dawned on me that this is actually the gospel according to life. If you could read this, meditate upon it, you can throw all books away. You will awaken to your true self. This is just by the way. To almost everyone, death is the greatest tragedy that ever happens. But is that the truth? Do we actually die? All of us, except very few, want to live forever, even if given chance to live eternally. Why do we have such desires to live long and forever? If it isn't our true nature. The fact that we have such a desire tells us that we don't actually die. That feelings that I shouldn't die because I can't die is deep, deep, deep down in our consciousness. We know it without knowing that we are eternal beings, living forever. But because of ignorance, we look at death as the end of all. And that fear of death makes some of us, even when we are critically sick, we don't want to lie down to sleep because we feel when we close our eyes, we will not wake up again. So, I want us to understand today that that dread that we have ever present in our awareness, that dread of death is just a mist. It's a mirage. I want us to dissolve it today. We were also told in Corinthians that flesh and blood cannot go into the kingdom of God. Is that right? Corinthians 15, 1 Corinthians 15, verse 50. That flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God. Good. We also seek to be free. We seek to be free because it is our soul nature. At the soul level, we are already free. Free from diseases, free from pain, free from death. It's our nature as spirit or soul to live eternally and free. Unfortunately, when we find ourselves in this limited body and erroneously assume its limitation and shortfall as our nature, we become afraid, very, very afraid to die. It is incorrect for us to oppose death to life. Opposite of death is birth. It is not life. Metaphysically, I will oppose life to ignorance. When ignorance is removed, like Saul in the Acts of Apostles, the shells of confusions will be removed from your eyes, and your true nature will dawn on you. Acts 9, verse 18. When Paul was coming from Damascus or so, all of a sudden he fell down and they said, like shells coming from his eye. It's a profound statement that has been made. It is not an event. It was a process. When through your meditation, through your everyday action, one by one, the confusion in your mind, the cloud dissipates gradually, and you begin to see, to realize, to acknowledge your true nature. You are not the physical body. You are a life-giving spirit. You are the source of life. You are life itself. Birth and death are only processes that lead to entry and exit points. Death and birth allow us to exit from one plane of consciousness to another. In our case, it facilitates our transit to and from the earth plane. And to survive here on earth, we need a specialized vessel to accommodate the soul, so that the soul can express and fulfill its purpose. In the physical realms, you have planet Earth, Mars, Moon, and so on. But each body that is needed to operate on these different planets are specialized. You can't use your earthly body to go and stay on Mars, even though they are all in physical realms. So our body is a special vessel for the soul to use on this earth plane in order to express and fulfill its duty. You know, you have been given a mandate from the beginning. Be fruitful, multiply, replenish, and keep the earth. That is the mandate. In so doing, we know who we are. As I said earlier, there are various planes of consciousness. We need physical body on this earth plane. We need the astral body in order to live on the astral plane. Good. I wanted to understand one thing clearly. No one is born by mistake or chance. You are not born into life, onto earth plane by mistake or chance. There is a complex process that goes on before and after conception. Very complex process. So let's see. Let me try and bring the complexity down a bit for us to understand how it happens. What happened before conception? Before conception, a lot of things are taken into consideration, such as the karmic pattern of the prospective newborn. His parents or her parents are chosen according to their own karma in relation to the prospective child, taking into account criterions like whether the parents are rich, poor, responsible, or irresponsible, and so on. Appropriate DNA, appropriate womb, and more. In other words, conditions are made conducive for your unique future experiences, as well as the experiences that your parents also need to have through you. All the people you need to meet or experience are all taken into consideration before you are conceived in the womb. All these things are taken into consideration. And when conception takes place, what happens then? At this point, the incoming soul now takes charge of the fetus for the next 9 months. It meticulously codes or programs the fetus with all his karmic pattern. This includes his aspirations, desires, habit or character, previous trauma, fears, successes, and achievements. You put all these things, you code it into the new body that is in the womb. The soul also takes control of the physical growth of the body by guiding the development of systems like the nervous system, digestive system, reproductive system, organs, and so on and so forth. During this period of making the body, the soul makes the body and in its image and likeness. The soul infuses its energy and vitality into the new body. By the end of this period, a bond is formed between soul and body. The bond becomes so strong that the perception of the soul becomes clouded and limited to the body. So the soul feels and believes that it is the body. Now, when we transit to earth at birth of the body, listen carefully. I'm not saying at the birth of the soul. We transit onto earth plane at the birth of the body. When this happens, one of the responsibilities of the soul is to maintain that body and keep it holy. The way you discharge this responsibility is determined by your state of health, physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, and so on and so forth. This determines how long you will stay here on earth. We said in the original blessing that we are the masters of the world. We have dominion over every circumstance in our life. So we should be able to decide when to leave this earth plane or not. Good. So I said that this determines how long, the way we keep the body determines how long we stay here on the earth place. Even though karma plays a role, it can be worked out. Remember, karma only compels. It does not karma only impels. It does not compel. That is, it influences. Karma influences, but it does not control. The more you create good karma through practices of Kriya Yoga, the more your bad karma dissolved. There are occasions where the gurus or the masters take on or mitigate some of your karma. You may call it grace or miracle. Whatever you call it, it's up to you. Most of us believe that not dying is a favor, and that those who die are unlucky. In fact, most people believe that it is a punishment. They believe that those who die are punished by God. In fact, we've actually made God in our image and likeness, isn't it? We believe God behaves like human beings. If we think God punishes by death, then it means that God is biased, a villain, or a wicked God. But we know God is not like that. God does not kill anybody. How long you stay on earth is your own responsibility, not God's. If the body is well handled, it will carry you far. If not, it will become useless, and the soul will abandon it. And we mistakenly say the person is dead. Who among you here have seen a dead man before? No. None of us have seen a dead man before. What you have seen is a lifeless body. A dead body, not a dead man. We say that this man is dead, this man is dead. Yet we say, may God, what do you call it? Bless his soul. May God give him peace. Then we say the person is dead. We go, we cry. Some even go near the body, say, sorry, sorry, oh. It's all ignorance. What you have seen is a lifeless physical body. The soul which animated and maintained that body has departed because it no longer needed it. The physical body is no longer either useful or needed. Either useful or needed. It could be useful, but it's not needed. Like how masters, the gurus, voluntarily, at will, leave their body. They don't need it any longer. It doesn't mean that body is useless. But most of us who are not up to that point yet, the body becomes useless and we can no longer use it. So whether we like it or not, we leave it. We have to leave it. Stop blaming God. Grow and be responsible. Do not be afraid of death. We might be reluctant to go through the experience, perhaps due to our strong attachment or uncertainty about what lies beyond. Ultimately, this fear comes from lack of understanding. It all boils down to ignorance. When you are ignorant, you don't understand what life is. So you live in perpetual fear. What's actually seemingly put an end to life is your ignorance. Because you don't know even that you are alive. But when the scales fall off your eyes, you see yourself as life, as life-giving spirit. One way to remove ignorance is to diligently do the following. Meditate regularly. Study the nature of life. Practice the observances and the restrictions as taught at CSA. Above all, be disciplined. Above all, you must be disciplined. Death is nothing to be afraid of because we actual facts don't die. It's the body that dies. You don't have a beginning, so you don't have end. The body gets its beginning from birth. It gets its end at death. But we continue living. We are often told that we are just passengers on this earth plane for a short period as compared to eternity. The period we stay here, maybe 80 years, 100 years, 120, is very short compared to forever. So when we come here, it is our duty, first of all, to regain our lost glory and then fulfill the mandate that has been bestowed upon us from the beginning. Let's take responsibility of our body. Let's keep it holy. God bless you.